Oh, hello, hello, hello. I see everybody beat me here. If you can hear me, put a one in the chat. I didn't do my sound check tonight. Can you? Okay, good. Everybody can hear me? So let me get this device out of my ear. All right, guys. Tonight we are talking about Jadekiss McNeal. And this story is kind of close to my heart. It's a hometown story. Give me 1 second. Let me get my other window pulled up here. CFP. Okay, let's see. I see my regulars. I see Fruit Loop. I see Elizabeth, Tracy, Sandwich Maker, Sleuth Mom, of course, Tammy, Karen. Wow, glad to see all you guys in here tonight. Okay, share my screen. All right, this is Jadekiss McNeal. Jadekiss was 13 years old when she disappeared from Pensacola, Florida. Oh, it might help if I actually put this up on the screen. Here we go. Jada was 13 years old when she disappeared from Pensacola, Florida. December 21st, 2015. Jada and her sister, Jasmine, lived with their grandmother after their mother passed. And Jasmine was in the kitchen doing dishes. Jada stepped out to sit on the front porch, and that is essentially the last time anyone saw her. One family member did see her a few blocks away in the neighborhood later that evening, but there has not been any trace of her since. 10 days after Jada went missing, on New Year's Eve night, a bag just mysteriously appeared on her grandmother's front porch. The bag had several cell phones in it and some of Jada's clothes. It's said that the clothes that were in the bag were the clothes that Jada was wearing the night she disappeared. It's also worthy to note that Jadakiss did not have a cell phone. Jada's family called and reported her missing on that night, December 21st, 2015. However, for some reason, either a report was not officially entered or it was quote unquote lost, as I've seen it reported in one article. No official report was taken on Jadakiss as a missing person until March 16th of 2016, almost 3 months after she disappeared. I was told by the family that the original report, they entered it as a runaway. And so effectively, they weren't looking for her. They weren't very concerned about her disappearance because, as we all know, and I've said before, when they put these labels, runaway or juvenile, then it kind of puts the child in a class of out there being rebellious or out there being grown or whatever. When in fact, even if a child did run away, there's a reason, and that child is still in danger. They're running away from something, or they're running to what they believe to be a good thing, and they're actually still in danger. But Jadakiss was not a runaway. Law enforcement has attempted to portray her as a chronic runaway, which is untrue. I spoke with Steve Williams from Milton Search and Rescue. He was the investigator on the case. Well, he was an investigator brought in, I believe he said 2019, almost 4 years after she disappeared. He explained to me that Jadekiss had one episode where she might have been considered a runaway, but she actually wasn't. She left school with a friend. They went to the friend's house. They went to Jadakiss's aunt's house, and then Jadakiss went home. So she didn't actually run away. However, I believe that is what law enforcement tried to misconstrue and portray her as a chronic runaway. Jadakiss was not known to be a bad kid per se. Um, it was explained to me that she was on probation, but that it wasn't something serious or something that should cause concern or to view her as like a delinquent or anything. Essentially, she got in a fight with her sister, but the fight happened to happen at school. And so that is how she ended up being on probation. Had she had that same fight with her sister, because siblings fight, had she had that same fight with her sister at home, we never would have heard another thing about it. The issue was that it happened on school grounds. I am going to play a few news clips and I'm going to go over one article just to kind of give you background. But I have Jada's sister backstage, and I'm going to let her come on and tell you Jada's story and the family story for herself. So, first, I want us to look at this video is from, where is it? This video is from about 4 years after Jadakiss went missing. And it was basically an update through the news, but it kind of gives a little bit of background on the official narrative. Oh wait, I'm slipping, y'all.
Mark a grim anniversary this holiday season. It has been 4 years since a teenage girl disappeared without a trace from her Escambia County home. The family hopes keeping her story alive will provide the lead investigators some information to help bring her home. The holidays are a painful reminder for the family of Jadekiss McNeal. The 16-year-old was doing dishes at her grandmother's L Street home. She walked out on the porch and has never been seen again. That was December 21st, 2015.
I think she's somewhere that she can't contact or somebody have her.
Her grandmother's thoughts are shared by other family members. Several gathered hoping more exposure of the case could make a difference. Jamal Mosley is her older brother.
If my sister out there, I just want her to look at this message or whatever. I love you, Jada. Just come home.
Others who know what it's like to lose a child have reached out to the family. Cindy Martin lost her son to gun violence in 2012.
I think it should be more conversation, especially in our Black community, amongst the organizations.
They say the case remains active and have conducted 17 interviews in 7 jurisdictions on it just this year.
We still have it picture up to now in the mosque, and we're still also concerned about it, and we're still praying that God will show us the result of this effort.
I've told people that I'm Native American. They're like, what is that? What does that mean? It means I'm indigenous.
A few more things that I want to point out and that I will let the family discuss in more detail. After Jadekiss went missing, there was information, a tip that came in to law enforcement that Jadekiss had been seen in the Miami area. This information came from 2 inmates who were incarcerated in my Miami-Dade area. The person said that they had seen Jadekiss, that she was at what he referred to as a trap house, and that she was indeed being trafficked. When this information was brought to the Escambia County Sheriff's Department, it was basically ignored. The investigator on the case said that he didn't want to hear anything that this inmate had to say. Subsequently, that investigator reached back out to the Miami-Dade law enforcement agency that contacted him and requested the original statements and documentation from the inmates. After requesting original documentation, the agency in Miami-Dade found that a bit suspicious, and so they did not provide that to him. I believe from what I read that they suspected this was going to be an attempt to sweep this under the rug, which seems like what's been going on the whole time. I'm going to bring up Jasmine and Jemiah. They are Jada's sisters, and let them tell you about their sister and her disappearance. You guys there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So if one of you would
I
like to,
barely can hear, like it's real low.
okay, is that better? Can you hear us a little better now?
No, not really. It's like I have to put the phone to my ear.
Okay. We can hear you loud and clear. If you would
Okay,
like
that's
to go
fine.
first, if you would like to go first and just tell us about, because you were there at the house the day that she went missing, right?
Correct.
Okay, so could you start by telling us like what time of day it was, what was going on, and just go from there?
Yes. It was pretty much like a normal day. We were on Christmas break. Um, it was Sunday. It was Sunday. It was on a Sunday. We had Sunday dinner around 7 or 8ish. We ate. Um, I washed the dishes. We were taking turns or whatever, and she walked outside. Well, outside, we was sitting on the porch. We was just
Your sound went out.
my
The last
younger
thing
sister
we heard
came back
was you
in,
were
and
out
I
on the
asked her. I
porch.
was like, "Why did you come in and leave her outside or whatever?" And she was like, "Oh, she's still out there, whatever, whatever." So something was just telling me to walk to the door. So when I walked to the door, I didn't see her. So I woke my grandmother up and I was telling her, I was like, "Oh, Jada, like she's not outside, anything like." I don't know where she could be. So me and my grandmother, we got up, we looked down the street, asked the neighbor, looked around the house, outside, whatever. We couldn't find her. So my grandmother, she called the police that night and she made a report. Um, it was two officers. One of them was newer to the force. He had just got out of an academy, and the other one he had years. I can remember them asking for her social, and they were asking have she ever ran away one time before, or. And that was just pretty much it. And then like a couple days after New Year's Eve, me and my cousin, we was at the house. It was like 2 in the morning. And we was just hearing a loud knock at the door, but we would never open it because as a child, your parents always tell you whenever they leave, don't open the door. So we didn't open the door, and the next morning, some told me to walk outside. I walked outside, it was a bag, and the bag was like tied up. I opened it, inside of the bag, um, the shirt was in there that she left in, the pants, and her shoes. That was it in the bag, and I had let my grandmother know. She called and told them, and then from there on, like that was pretty much it.
Okay, so about the bag, what I've read in the reports is that the bag turned up 10 days after she went missing, but somehow it was never entered into police. They never like put it into evidence until like 2 years later in 2018.
Yes, that is correct.
So they waited 2 years to even come and get this bag from you with the clothes that she had on.
Right. Matter of fact, we didn't even get a detective until like from the Escambia County until like 2019, right before I left for basic training.
Mm. Now, about the rumors that she was seen in Miami, and then there was something about that they believed she traveled anywhere from like Louisiana to Las Vegas. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
Um, Honestly, they never, the police department or Mr. Steve never ever told us about that. I remember me leaving back in 2019 before I left. Um, Everybody was texting me and blowing me up, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And they was like, "Oh, your sister was spotted in Miami. Y'all need to go get her." And nobody ever. I mean, we don't know to this day who's supposed to have spotted her or how the rumor even came about.
Okay. Well, the Miami rumor came from a tip from an inmate that was incarcerated there. I spoke to Steve tonight, and that's what he was telling me. And he was saying that that is information that can be put out there. That that came from an inmate, and that that tip was mishandled, and that the Escambia County Sheriff's Department actually sat on that information for quite a while before they really made it public. Um, the Louisiana and Las Vegas,
I don't
someone had
know. Yeah,
insinuated that she was
Los Angeles. I meant Las
being
Vegas,
trafficked.
Louisiana. I read that on the internet.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't really have a whole lot to say about that part, other than that someone had said something that maybe she was got taken by a trafficking ring, and that she that ran between like Louisiana and Las Vegas area.
Correct.
But the Miami thing actually came from an inmate who was incarcerated. Escambia County Sheriff's Department, that investigator Gilmore, basically just kind of ignored that tip because he was like, "Oh, why do I want to hear from an inmate that's locked up?" But the key factor was that that particular inmate was locked up for charges that dealt with sex trafficking. So he probably his information may well have been good, valid, and been able to bring her home. Um, so we know that the case
Right.
was severely mishandled by Escambia County Police Department from the very beginning. As far as social media, was she very active on social media before she went missing?
Yeah, she was. She was very active on mostly Facebook and Instagram.
And after the last time y'all saw her, did she post anything else anywhere?
No, not at all. On nothing.
So her social media accounts just kind of immediately just went still.
Yes, it just went like um when I ended up getting her passport and stuff because she had shared it with my cousin previously. And when I signed in, it's like nothing is on there after the day she went missing. Like nothing. No message or anything. After December the 1st, there is nothing.
Did you notice anything strange about messages that you saw before she went missing? Like, was she communicating with any like new people or people that seemed like outside of her normal circle?
No. She communicated mostly with friends that she went to school with.
Okay, so we're probably not looking at a case where someone uh, groomed her online.
Correct.
Um, Now, in several actually of the news reports and the videos that have been out, they said that she was last seen talking to an unknown older male. But you told me that you guys found out who that was she was talking to. That y'all know about that. Could you go into that a little bit?
Um, yes, that was actually like a month before she even went missing. I was going to school with the guy, and they were actually talking, whatever you want to call it at the time. And he had came over to see her, and my grandmother friend walked outside and seen them. But this was like a month before she even went missing. But his name was clear.
We don't really got to give out his name, but you guys know who that person is, right?
Correct. I know him.
And so that wasn't anything to do with her going missing. It was just a
No.
friend. So we're seeing where information is kind of getting not only ignored, but then they're allowing false narratives to be perpetuated because they still, if you go into the news right now and look up an update, you'll still see where it says in the latest ones that she was seen talking to an unknown male. And you would think that that would be something that law enforcement would want to clear up, that, hey, this is not a good lead, instead of having people still trying to figure out, well, who's this strange guy she was talking to.
Right.
Um,
When it actually happened a month before she went missing.
yeah, and having dates and times wrong as well. Um, is there anything else that you would like to tell us about Jada, just like as a sister, as a person, as a friend?
Yes. As a person, as a sister, as a best friend, as a little sister, um, she was not the type to even wander off and not even let anyone know where she wasn't going, especially me. If she would go somewhere, oh, I'm going this place, with this person, or like, she would let somebody know something. It's not like her to just wander off and not let nobody know anything. Furthermore, she have not ever been in trouble ever. Um, she was on probation, but I mean, she was only on probation due to the school system. We had gotten into a small fight, and the school pressed charges. She ended up hitting a teacher. She didn't try to. She ended up hitting a teacher, and they ended up pressing charges. It was nothing. But as far as that, she was the sweetest, funniest. She was just a normal child. Like I wouldn't
What's
I don't understand.
what's something about her that you think would stand out to people if they would happen to see her somewhere now?
Um, Me personally, I think what would stand out to them is her skin. Her skin, like you just, I don't know if you was to see her, anybody when she was around anybody, when they first see her, oh my gosh, your skin is so beautiful, and you know,
She looks like
or
she has a flawless skin.
yes, she don't have no spots, she don't have no bumps, no nothing. It's just like the perfect skin.
Okay. Jemiah, did you want to add anything or say anything about
Um, I'll say, I mean, to piggyback off what my other sister said, Jasmine said, I mean, during the time like everything was going on, I was incarcerated, so I really felt bad about the situation because um, my sister lost her dad. Jadekiss lost her dad, like he got stabbed to death, and then right after that, our mom passed. So like me being incarcerated at the time, like my mom passed while I was incarcerated. I got a phone call. So me not being able to like be there for my siblings because I'm the oldest, me not being there for them or not being able to like, see my mom, it was heartbreaking. Like so many times I wanted like to kill myself, and I just wanted to leave because I felt like I wasn't being a big sister. Like I wasn't showing them the right way because I made a lot of mistakes. I wish I could just go back, you know. Um, so finding out that my sister was missing, it was just like I wish it was me instead of her because my sister was so little. Like she was just so little. Like, and I know she couldn't defend herself. See me, I wish it was me because I would have fought. I would have put up a fight, and I know I would have probably made my way back home. But I just feel bad for my sister Jasmine because her and Jadakiss was like Batman and Robin. Like you see one, you're gonna see Jada. You see Jasmine, you're gonna see Jada. They was best friends. I mean, they told each other everything. They did everything together. They had pictures, so many pictures together. I just wish, like, I could just go back in time, And I wish I could just change, like, everything, but I can't. It happened. It happened. But Jadakiss was like, I mean, she was the life of a party. Like, I mean, when she walk in the room, she'll brighten up the room if you down. Like her smile, she has a beautiful smile. My sister's skin is just like it's everything. Like telling you, like I just wish, like none of this would happen. I got readings about my sister, like it's a lot of stuff that happened, like because I wanted to know what was going on. I just feel bad about the whole situation, and I can't do anything. So like. If I knew where my sister was to this day, if I had to go by myself to go get my sister, if I had to die just to sacrifice everything, like to get my sister back, I would do anything. It's just crazy because I never thought like in so many years, I'm only 22, in so many years, like my mom would pass or my sister, any one of us would have came up missing. But it's so sad because it's like my other sister Jasmine that's on here, she's not the same no more. Like you could tell she's not the same. Even though like me and my sister wasn't close. I wouldn't say we wasn't close, but it's you got those siblings that actually like connect with each other, that do everything together. And I'm just a big sister. I'm there for them anytime they call. I'm coming, no matter what. If it's 2:00 in the morning, I'm coming. Like I'm always be there for my siblings. But Jasmine and Jadekiss, they had that bond where you can try to get rid of one and the other one and find each other. Like I'm just a big sister. I'm just there for them. But they bond was so tight, and I feel like Jada being gone, my sister she can't heal the right way. Like it's certain stuff that tick me off with the news reports and stuff like that I didn't agree with. But at the same time, wasn't nobody doing their job. Like if they would have got that man that said he knew something about where my sister were, I feel like if he would have told them and they would have listened to this man, probably a lot of females, young women or babies would have got found, because if she wasn't human trafficking and the man they would have got the tip from the man, so many people probably would have got found. They just brushed it off like, oh, why would we just listen to him? He's in jail. He's just trying to. I really feel like that man told them he know where Jada is. Like he knows something about my sister. Like he don't ran into her, or he know the people that got her. And I just feel like ain't nobody doing their job but the investigator, Mr. Steve. And on the other end, like these people down here, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I feel like it's higher people down here that knows what's going on with human trafficking. They probably doing it themselves and getting paid for it. That's how I really feel, because they don't just label nobody as a runaway. They don't know all the full details. And then they had some of our family members looking bad because of what they posted, and that was incorrect stuff. And then you had people lying. You had people not want to tell the truth. You had a lot of stuff going on that was just like overwhelming for certain people. And then, like, say for instance, I go somewhere, they gonna label me as in danger, like, you know what they label everybody as. My sister was not a runaway. She was not like the typical person to just leave and not contact anyone. That is not Jada. Jada don't do that. She will tell Jasmine where she going, or she'll let anybody know where she's going. Something happened to my sister. My sister got drove into something that was out there that she thought was good for her, and it wasn't. And they got my sister.
I feel you. And from one big sister to another, I can definitely sympathize with feeling like you should have been able to do something, but just know that there's really nothing that you could have done. I mean, even if you weren't incarcerated at the time, things happen and we can't always control them. So I really hope that you will be able to stop carrying that guilt. Me personally, my younger sister said something happened to her, and I felt really bad after I found out about it because I was like, man, I'm her big sister. I should have protected her. I should have been there. I should have knew something. But the truth is, it's no way that we can possibly, you know what I'm saying? So I really hope that you can stop carrying that weight because that is a heavy weight to carry. Um, you said that
Um,
that law enforcement was posting things that was making family
yeah,
members
like it
look
was
bad.
making
Would you
me
like
so
to?
upset. Like it was so making me so upset to the point where I was just like, F everything. Like, I'm just gonna go out there and try to, find my sister. Like, one, like, probably like last month, I think Jasmine won that last month or something, that I went and did a search for my sister because so many people were saying, like, oh, she could be in the woods, her body, all this. Like, it was so aggravating to the point where I was just like, ain't nobody trying to do anything to help. So I contacted the investigator. Me and him talked like for hours, and then I end up having like a little get together, a balloon release at a park for my sister. I mean, I made like a GoFundMe account um for it, but people end up helping, so I took the GoFundMe account down. So my sister Jasmine is having something for her birthday. I think I'm gonna try to help her and then make a GoFundMe account. But it was so much stuff going on, misleading people. Like, I got readings. The readings was telling me, oh, they read my sister picture and it was like, um, Jadekiss is dead. Like, I got this reading from this lady, and she told me my sister was deceased because she do readings, which I looked up her page one time and I read on her. She did help find other missing people, but she found them. Like, she did a reading, and the police officers, they found them the same way the lady said they was gonna be found, right? So I contacted her and I'm getting the reading or whatever. She was like, she was like, Jadekiss is no longer on Earth. She was just like, she was being, she was in she was in organ trafficking, like where they take your eyes out and sell your eyes. She was basically telling me, she was like, your sister is living in someone else's body.
Mm.
Meaning where they took my sister organs, everything, and sold them, and then she's basically in someone else's body. That she told me like a whole bunch of stuff. So my mind got to wondering like, what the heck, like that's my sister. Like, I didn't want to hear it, but at the same time, it was just like I was trying to find answers. I was like trying to do
Yeah.
anything to get answers, and it was just like these people down here, like, y'all label us, I'm not gonna lie, they label us black kids, not trying to be racist. They label us as runaways, endangered runaways, all this and that. But you see, if you go on there, you see, not trying to be racist or anything, you see a little white girl do they label her as in danger or a runaway? They say missing. They don't put that on there. And there's so many girls down here that went missing. Missing. Keyword missing, not in danger, runaways. I don't like as they label my sister as a runaway. And then you have people saying, oh, well, she should never ran away. She shouldn't did this. She shouldn't did that. Maybe. No,
Exactly.
they don't know the full story because of what people labeled her as when they filed the report.
Exactly. And don't worry, I mean, this community is watching this video. We know how it goes with as far as like when minorities go missing as opposed to when white people go missing. We're fully aware of like the terminology and the lack of concern, and we talk about it a lot in this community. So we know that that definitely does go on. Um, so did either of you, after she went missing, because you know the hood talks, so were there any like people that came and said that they heard something or that they,
It was,
they know something that you might have like had a reason to
oh,
believe that they might know what they're talking about?
well, it was a lot of people. I'm not gonna say it like, well, I'm gonna say it. I don't care. It's my sister. So, it was a lot of people. I think they just want to clout off her situation. Oh, well, this happened. They say she's here. They say she's there. If you didn't see my sister for your own two eyes, from your perspective of whatever the situation going on, if you didn't see her with your two eyes, or you didn't physically was right there where she was, don't say you seen my sister because that gonna give everybody the runaround and say, oh, well that person seen Jada, nobody did nothing about it. If you didn't physically see my sister in front of you or at somewhere else, please don't say you seen my sister. It
Yeah,
was just so many
looking in
people
the
saying, oh, Jada's here, Jada's there. But if you seen my sister, why you didn't pick up the phone and dial 911? Hey, I spotted the missing person. You didn't do that. You just went
yeah,
and running your mouth to other people saying, oh, I seen Jada's sister, Jasmine and Jemiah, sister over here. Well, if you was the bigger and better person in that situation, you should have picked up the phone and said, hey, I spotted Jadekiss McNeal. You didn't do that. You went
yeah.
around texting people on Facebook trying to get clout or whatever. I seen her. Well, if y'all seen my sister in Miami, you said you seen my sister in Miami. Why you didn't pick up the phone and call 911, or why you didn't contact us or anything? Y'all waited till the last
Exactly.
minute, and I didn't like that.
Um,
It was just so.
Someone was asking in the chat if you had a fundraiser up to get like a private investigator. I know you said you had a GoFundMe, but you took it down. Have you ever spoken to Mr. Steve about the possibility or whether it would be helpful to get a private investigator?
Well, like, he is like the investigator. I mean, he have new stuff on my sister case that he just gave to I guess the new sheriff.
Yeah,
He
he was
gave it
telling
to
me that.
them, so but they can't give out that information right now because it might, like, like if we react to what he tell us, that'll mess him up and he
Yeah,
can get in trouble. So we can't really like know that information. Like, but if I get together, like maybe me, you, and my sister Jasmine that's on here, maybe we can like do something where we can raise some money to help Mr. Steve or try to get in like a private investigator or get some stuff going because my sister face is not out here anymore. Like, I don't like that. They say they talk about everybody else, but where's Jadakiss? Where's
yeah.
her
I think if I
pictures?
wasn't from Pensacola, I probably would have never even heard of Jada. Um, so I don't personally like do or run fundraisers. However, if you guys talk to Mr. Steve and he is on board with with you guys either doing a fundraiser to get a private investigator or to help in his search, then I would definitely put your GoFundMe out there on my social medias. For those listening, I have spoken with Steve, the investigator that she's talking about. I talked to him at length. He is actually retired, but he is dedicated to this case. He says that he made a promise to this family and that he is going to see it through. And so,
And that's why I
if the
respect him
family gets,
because I respect him to the fullest
But
because not all people are the same. This man been on this case ever since he been contacted about Jada. He is retired now. He has a family of his own, and he still like is reaching out to help us. Like he said, he's not gonna leave this case until we bring Jada home, until we found out what really happened to her. And that's the reason why I respect him, because most investigators, they're in for the money, they in for the crowd. He is not in for that. He actually cares, like genuinely cares for
yeah,
us.
I
Like
talked to him a long time.
if I have a problem, this man will, he said, call him at 2 o'clock in the morning. He's gonna answer for me or any one of our family members. This man is like a father that I never had. So like when I talk to him, it's like he understands the problems that I have, and then he understands like the way I see things about my sister. So I really like appreciate him, and I appreciate everybody. Like when you reached out to me, I was like, okay, maybe somebody did see my sister out there. Maybe they want to help. So when you reached out to me, it was like, okay, I need to contact Jasmine, my sister, so we can get in touch with you more. When you reached out to me, that like really touched me. Like I felt like my sister wasn't like being ignored anymore. Like when you text me, I screenshot your message and sent it to my sister. I was like, this person wants to do this, and I appreciate you. Like I really do appreciate you, and that means so much to me because a lot of people haven't been doing that. So, and I'm sorry if I cry because I'm hurt. Like I'm hurt, and it's
I
just
know.
crazy. Like my sister ain't deserve this, and then my sister Jasmine don't deserve this. And I'm just hurt because I'm the big sister. Anybody will feel any type of way if they haven't been like there for their sisters or anything. I fight with my sister Jasmine, but you can ask Jasmine. I'm always there for my sister, and I'm always be there for her. And Jada, if you out there listening to this, I love you, and I will forever love you. And I just want you to come home. And I love you to the moon and back, even if you're not here anymore. I love you.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm just saying, I want to say this again. I really appreciate you for reaching out to me because having nobody did that. It seems like everybody don't care about my little sister. Everybody just they want to contact you just to find out some information. And don't nobody know how that feel because we all we got. My siblings is all I got. And I'm gonna fight for any one of them, if even if it takes for me to lose my life behind one of my siblings. I have I have kids that my sister haven't even met yet. My sister Jasmine, she has a daughter. Jadekiss haven't never met. So that really hurts because we got a sister that we gotta tell our kids like, oh, if they see a picture, we gotta tell them who that is and where they at. That really hurts me. And I know my sister hurt me because she's not the same no more. She's not the same. Like the stuff that she used to do with Jada, she probably wouldn't even want to do it with me because she used to doing it with Jada. And then it really hurts because these people down here, they label us as we just a bad person. They gave my sister a bad name and they lied so many times. And it's just like don't nobody want to help. They don't want to do a march for my sister. They don't want to do nothing. My sister, I can recall the last time Jada face been on the news. Jada face has not been on the news or anything. I mean, my sister Jasmine, she posts about her. I had a little thing for Jada, having nobody else did nothing. It's just like it just feel like we here by ourselves. And I know like my mom is slipping in her grave right now because she probably like, how the hell my daughter went up missing and nobody hasn't found her.
Well, oh God, y'all forgive me. I want you guys to go ahead and get that GoFundMe together. Get Mr. Steve's advice on some good private detectives that he would recommend, and this community will share it. I am so
Um,
sorry. for the pain you guys feel. I can't imagine.
I just want to thank everybody that's in here, that's coming in and sharing your love for us. One day we will get the answers to what we're looking for, but it's been so long that I'm gonna be honest, I don't even take my sister here no more. And it's been so long, like she would have reached out to my sister Jasmine to say best friend. And it's so crazy that I feel this way. I've been hurting for the longest. I lost my mama while I was in jail. I couldn't go to the funeral because it was people being nasty, like the judges being nasty. They wouldn't release me to go to no funeral. They sent me pictures and videos. What type of person would want to see their mom like that while they're incarcerated? You know, my siblings done been through so much, and I refuse to let any one of my siblings go missing again because of I'm not being the sister that I'm supposed to be. And I just want to say thank y'all. I knew I was gonna end up crying because talking about this situation, you just like it hits a nerve for me. And then I just feel bad for us because not only did we lost a sister, like she's gone, like she's missing for the longest. Our mother, that's the only person we had, and it just feel like we here by ourselves right now. And I just wish I can go back in time. Like if I had powers, I just wish I can go back in time and just like hug my sister, just hug her, let her know like I love you, like I'm sorry. Like if I could tell my mama I'm sorry, I tell my mama I'm sorry. I have to cry and tell my mama I'm sorry. I have to look at her pictures and tell her I'm sorry because I made a lot of mistakes. And I wish I can go back. Like my sister on here, Jasmine, I went live and I cried to live. I told my sister I love her. I love her because you can be here today, tomorrow is not promised. So I love my sister, and I'm gonna say I love you for doing this for us.
Thank you, baby. Listen, there is an alternative. She may not be gone from this world. It's hard to hear, but the facts are if she was taken by a trafficker, it is very likely that she is still alive. Traffickers take younger girls and they use their own means to bring them under control to where even if they were out in public, if they saw their own family, they would probably turn and walk the other way. So it is possible that she is still with us, but that she has basically been brainwashed by these traffickers through whatever means it is that they use. And I will not go into those types of details. We all can imagine.
Yeah, like I had got a reading where it just said that it was so many readings I got because I wanted answers. They try to say the people that had her told her that we didn't care about her. They like basically brainwashed her. But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like if we like can like if we do find her, like to the best of my ability, she's gonna remember us. It's not like she's gonna like but it's gonna take time for her mind to get back where it used to be. But I hope and pray that my sister is still here. But it's times where I feel like she's no longer here, and I'm like I get tired. I'm so tired, like I get weak, and I just like at times like I text my other sister Jasmine, like I do stuff with her. Like the other day, like I wish Jada was here. I would have took my sister. She's 19 now. I would have took her with us. We got our belly and our nose pierced. So it's just like I do stuff with my other sister because Jada is no longer here. She's missing. So like spending time with my sister Jasmine, it's just like okay, I got my sister, but I don't have all my sisters. You know, and that's a bad feeling because when Jasmine started sending me like the pictures of her and Jada when they was like little, I'm just like I feel bad because I just can't call on Jada and I can't do the stuff that I do with Jasmine with Jada. Like it is hurtful because don't nobody like really understand that feeling because they ain't been in nobody's shoes. And Jasmine, I know if she was to talk, I know my sister gonna cry. So I'd rather for her not to say like too much because that's her baby. Like I know.
Okay. Actually, Mr. Steve just texted me and he sent me a couple of links. I think he might want us to watch these, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull them up. Okay. Let me get over to YouTube. Oh God, I don't even think I was ready for this. I'm not lying. I don't think I was ready for this. This baby got me so heartbroken over here right now. Okay, we watched that one already. So let me. Let's see if we can find this. Oh, it's on WKRG. I should be able to find that easy. Lord, I can't even type right now. Search their page. He just sent me this link.
Tomorrow is Jadekiss McNeal's 18th birthday. She's a Pensacola
Hold on, I got feedback somewhere.
girl who disappeared more than 4 years ago. Last seen at North L Street and Maxwell Street. That's where Cody Long is live tonight. And Cody, her family is not giving up hope.
Yeah, Roseanne, they still have faith that they will one day be reunited with Jada. She was last seen here in front of this home where her grandmother used to live.
I need you. I love you, and we all miss you.
That's the message from Faye Mosley to her granddaughter, Jadekiss McNeal, who goes by Jada. And Faye is afraid Jada's in danger.
She just out there and don't want to call none of us. I just can't believe that. Because in my heart, I believe Jada would call if she had to call one of her sisters now and say, you know, I'm all right or something.
She was last seen December 21st, 2015, when she was 13 years old. Friday is her 18th birthday, and she just wants to know her granddaughter is okay.
At night, I think about her and everything going on. You know, it's just too much. It's just too much, and I haven't heard nothing.
Stephen Williams with Milton Search and Rescue has been by Faye's side for the past 2 years, working to try and find Jada.
We need everyone to share this on social media to continue to keep her name and face out there.
And if you know where Jada McNeal is, you're asked to call the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Live in Pensacola, Cody Long, WKRG News 5.
All right, and there was one more thing that Mr. Steve just sent.
Birthday. She's a Pensacola girl.
So we're gonna go over to that. I had to get my email for this one. Come on, computer. Work with me now.
Wherever you at, baby, I miss you and I love you. You got a lot of family down here. You got a lot of sisters and brothers. You got
Ooh, hold on. Turn it down just a little bit. Was that kind of loud for everybody else?
Jada, wherever you at, baby, I miss you and I love you. You got a lot of family down here. You got a lot of sisters and brothers. You got auntie too. You had never seen before. Wherever you at, if you can, Jada, please contact us, baby. Please, please, Jada. I miss you and I love you. Wherever you at, the last I heard you was in Miami. So if you can get by a phone, Jada, or Facebook, please contact your grandmother, uh, Peanut, my son, Latasha Square. Just please let us know, because we're worried about you day and night. And baby, I love you and I miss you. I just want you home, safe. Wherever you at, I hope you safe and stuff. I love you, baby. Don't forget that. Just pick up the phone, Jada. Call. Yeah, we have some of this, but he had them in the paper, and you see on the mailbox right there where he had it at on the side, it came out, so he bought me being feeling like he's in some blue stuff, and a lot of places around here, and they tell me, we see your granddaughter, they got them pasted up. He went to Century, he put them up in Cantona, but Steve put them up everywhere. I even went to the radio station with him. Uh, About been a month and a half, and now I talked on the radio and stuff. Most things, because he said he's not going to stop until he finds her. And he's been really, really working, you know, going everywhere, talking to people about my granddaughter. He really has. It's a mother when we buried her. I had the baby taken out of her because she was pregnant. I had the baby buried in her arms.
Okay. All right. So we've heard Jada's story. We've heard from her sisters. Karen Lee says, I just made a tweet for, hold on, my computer does wonky things at times. I just made a tweet for Jadekiss McNeal both ways. Thank you for doing it both ways, because although her name is actually spelled with an E, a lot of times it has been misspelled in like the news or whatever with an A. There hasn't been much on Twitter that I can see in the years since she went missing. Thanks, Savage, for alerting. So guys, yeah, let's try to share the story out on whatever platforms that you're on, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, well, whatever you're on. Please, let's try to share her story and get it out there. I will make a group on my Facebook page so that we can get together, put our heads together, and see what we can do to help get her names and faces out there. It seems like Duty Ron did well for the boys with keeping those billboards up and keeping their name out there. I am truly heartbroken for this girl and for her sisters and for her grandmother. And I would love to see Jada found. However we find her, I would love to see her found. I would love to see her come home alive and well because if she's broken, we can get her help. If she is not alive and well, then I would really love to see her come home so that her sisters and her family have a place where they can go and spend time with her. A place where they know that she is. Uh, hmm. So I will make a group on Facebook tomorrow so that we can put our heads together as a community and see what we can do to help keep awareness out there for Jada and bring her home to her family. Guys, um, I think I'm gonna have to get off of here now. I think I need to go just have a talk with Jesus. I do. Thank you all for joining. Please, please, please share the stream. I am hoping to have Mr. Steve on soon so that he can give you his perspective on the case as the investigator. And there are probably things that he can explain a whole lot better than I was able to, since he is so well versed in the case. Um, please look out for that live if I can work out a time with him where he can come on. Jasmine, Jemiah, you guys can reach out to me anytime. You have my personal cell phone number. You have my social media contacts. Um, maybe we can bounce some ideas off each other. See what we can come up with to really get her name and face out there. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for speaking up so strongly for your sister and advocating for her. Um, anything that I can do, anything that this community can do, I know everyone here is willing to help. So you've definitely got some new people on your team that are out to help. Again, I'm gonna get off of here tonight, guys. Go ahead. Did you want to say something else?
I just want to say thank you again. I'll reach out to you like probably as soon as you get off here and text you about something. So thank you again, and thanks for everyone that's in here supporting us. I just want to say thank you so much, and like I don't know. So thank you.
All right, guys, just 1 second here. I got one more thing I want to tell you. Okay. Now, in talking with Mr. Steve, I've been texting with him. He says that he does not need any type of funding to help with the search. However, he is uh he is okay with the family doing a GoFundMe. He would be supportive of a GoFundMe to help with like flyers or things like that, getting awareness. So if you girls want to make or you young ladies want to make a GoFundMe to raise money for flyers, for billboards, and for whatever um, you might need to help in the search and to help in getting her name out there, whether it's anything search related, whether it's
I have
getting a website or whatever, go ahead and do that. Get that information to me and I will publish it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since if some of these people are in Pensacola, right? I know you in Pensacola.
I'm not actually in Pensacola. I'm from Pensacola, but I live in Louisiana now. And the
Okay.
people who are watching are just from all over the country and all over the world.
Okay, so my sister 20th birthday is coming up in July, and I'm gonna get together with my sister Jasmine probably after this and see if anyone wants to help. We supposed to be having a little, I guess you could say a party. It's not really a party without her, for her 20th birthday. And I know like we probably just gonna get some shirts made. We have people in our family and we have people down here that do shirts. I really want to try to like see if we can get like one of those pictures. You know how they blow up the pictures and it's so big. We'll probably need help with some stuff, but I'm just gonna get together with you and my sister that's in the group chat. So if anyone can help, that would be grateful. And I just want to say thank you again.
You're very welcome. Okay, so tomorrow on Savage Says TCN on Facebook, more likely tomorrow afternoon after I'm awake and my mind is working right, then I will set up that group. I will add the information and all the like video links and stuff because I see someone asking about the news clip that I played. I will add all those links and information where you can do some research on your case. Web Sleuth's website actually has some information about the case, some links to news stories and different things. If the Charlie Project has a page for Jadekiss, you can also find information on NamUs and on NCMEC. But I will tomorrow dedicate to centralizing that information in a Facebook group for Jada so that we can help with awareness and getting her name and her face out there and trying to help this family find their baby girl. So thanks guys for joining me tonight and I will see you again another night. Bye everybody.